Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you something a little different, is how to make this into that. First thing you want to do is obviously remove this fabric. So these cords are in pretty good shape. You can get scissors and just cut them out, it'd be quicker. Mine are in good shape, so I'm going to save it. Tip the chair upside down, and these just have to be weaved. You'll see them over here. You just have to remove them one by one. Just take them all out. Next thing you want to do, I get the back all off. Same thing on the bottom, and starts off right here. You just feed them through. Pretty well the same old process. You got one that way and one that way. And at this point, we have to remove it from here, and this is where you might need some tools. Not really much, so we'll just cut that out with a pair of scissors. I'll show you the tools that we're going to need today. Is scissors. Mine needs these two little Allen wrenches. I don't think we're going to need pliers, but I have them just in case. An oil can, because I'll show you all the points that you should lube when you're done. A drill, because I got to drill out one rivet. A rag handy, and of course this package here is the nylon fabric that I got from Amazon. I'll show you a link later on. It's well packaged, and they give you brand new cord with it too, so that's why you can cut out the old one if you want. My style, I'm gonna have to cut this right off. Cut it right out. There's the old one. It's garbage. Throw that out. So I'll show you different models. Some of them have a split in here. You can just open them up. And those are the easy ones, because the new one you're gonna have to fit through here. Mine, unfortunately, I have to take this little pin here. That's where I need my two little Allen keys. And the reason why I need a drill, I'm going to drill out the rivet. What I need to remove is this got a long bolt through here. It's an Allen wrench. Usually one needs to be bigger than the other. So just get yourself a set, whatever fits. Every model is different, so some might be a Phillips screwdriver, some might be totally different. Some you might not have to do this, but basically work that loose. Don't try to do it all at once. You might break it if it's seized. And if it does break, you know what? It's not the end of the world. You could still put a bolt in here with a couple of nuts and lock them against each other, and it'll still work. Same with this. If you don't want to use this old pin, you can just put a little bolt in there. Stainless steel would be better, with two nuts, and lock them against each other, and that'll work for you too. Next thing you want to do, get your drill and just drill the head of this rivet out, like so. Okay guys, that bit I used before was a little bit dull, so I had to get myself to the next size bigger than 5/16. Anything that's big enough for the head. Yours might be a little bit different, and it drilled right through. So just get yourself something to push it through. I just use the same old Allen wrench. Push it right through, and this part's out. So the reason I did that is now I gotta fish my new fabric right through here, so I can put it up on the bar. It's from Amazon, well packaged, Ziploc. Got two in the mail actually. They fit in the mailbox. Comes with all new bungee cords. You know, they're pretty well almost the same size as the other ones. Put that aside. And this tiny little thing turns out to be a pretty big thing. So you got a bottom and the top. Bottom's the rough side of the holes. And in here is where you have to loop it through this tubing all the way up. It's not hard. That's it. That's how you start it. And then obviously put your cords all in here. But before I do that, I will put the bolts back in here and either I could use the same rivet with a self-tapper on the other side or put another bolt. This point is get your oil can and just oil all these joints here where it's to be pivoting. A little bit of oil, and just keep it all lubed up. Wherever it's pivoting, just put a little dab of oil. Don't put too much, it'll drip. Okay, so I put this pin back in, Allen key on both sides, and for this one here where I drilled out the rivet, you got two options. This one right here, what I did is I drilled my same rivet. I drilled a little tiny hole right through there, and I put a little self-tapper, a couple of washers. But if you don't want to do that, like I'm a handy guy, so I did it that way. You can just put a bolt, right? It'll work fine. Get two nuts and lock them against each other. You know, you put it right inside that, put it right inside that hole, through there, and on the inside, lock the two nuts against each other, and that'll work just fine. But I put the original, I'm going to put the original rivet back in. What you do is get the long cord, because I start at the bottom one where they're longer, is double it up, get about the halfway point, right around there, loop that through, like that, bring them all through, and basically you want them pretty even. And that little bit off there, so I just pull that aside, pull that through. Doesn't have to be exactly, but that's probably good enough. And you tighten that up, and you start looping them through right to that point. Try to keep it as tight as possible. And it's great if you have obviously let's go over this. It's great if you have a hand to keep pulling it for you, but you can still do it by yourself. You double them up like that, and as I showed you, to tie that one there, and just bring them through one at a time. Not a big deal. Try to keep it as snug as you can as you go through, and try not twisting them or crossing them. Try to keep them the same all the way through. Go to the next loop. Pretty straightforward, guys. Bring it through. It's like threading a needle, or you're stitching something. One little tip, guys, as you're weaving this through. You may think that the cord's a little short, but it's very stretchy. You're gonna have to keep on pulling it through, and when you get to the end here, the last little bit, basically you just put that through the last hole, right, like that, one at a time, pull it through, and then they'll lock in place when you put it through the hole. One and the other. Yeah, if you have assistance, obviously it's easier, and that's it, and it's in place. So it's all pulled to this side. Yeah, it's nice if you have assistance to pull it with the other one. I did the other one myself, and believe me, as you pull that one through, this will all even and stretch out, and it'll equal out on both sides. Slide in, same thing for the top. You want to start at the bottom and always work your way up. Grab the shorter one for the top, equal it out, put it through the first hole, same thing as I did before, loop it through, make sure they're kind of equal, and tighten that up. Weave that all the way through, you'll lock the last one, and one side's done. Okay guys, it started raining on me, so I just had to readjust here under the canopy. I just want to point something else out. I did the other side here of the top, and what you might find in some of them, you might run out of these rings. So at the top here, basically you just have to go around that ring 3 times, and it still works fine. You just come around the back, bring in the ends here, and you flip them over, and she's fine. Okay guys, I just want to show you where I'm at right now. I only did about halfway with the long cord, and I'm only halfway, and you think you're going to run out, but you have to really stretch this over. You can see it's all pulled, but it obviously helps if you have 2 people, but even if you're by yourself, or you do one at a time, and you see how much cord's still in there, you keep on working that back and forth, and you're pulling it back this way. You're going to have enough cord to go all the way to the top where it's tight, and this will pull it over. I just thought I'd point that out to you because you're going to think you don't have enough, but it stretches. Okay, as you can see where I'm at right now, well, I only have another 3 holes of stretching, but as you keep on pulling this, it's stretching it and pulling it that way. I still got to go and pull it once more and get enough cord so I can reach the 3rd one. But keep working it and you'll get there. Once you get all this in, when you sit on it, it'll equal out and even out. I'm on to my last cord. Once again, start at the bottom, work your way up. Okay guys, that's the finished product, but just to add to it, like if you still want to use the headrests, these are still in pretty good shape on a different color. I'd cut the excess off of material like that, throw that away, and I have some Velcro that I'll add to here. Just basically I'll stick on some Velcro so I can actually reuse these, and put the Velcro or stick on there. Actually the Velcro you can buy, I think I bought that on Amazon as well, but at the end of this video I'll put a link of the liner that I got here from Amazon, so you guys can get it. And on like that, so. Velcro that in place, like so. Finished product. You'll find that it's trying to close because it's still pulling it all together after it sits in the sun, or you sit on it a few times. This thing is, I think it feels better than the original. Guys, thanks for watching my video. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.